Children, our today's topic is matrices. How we solve matrix, what is the use of matrix. Matrices is a plural word for number of matrices and matrix is a singular word for representing only one matrix. Let's take an example. Suppose this is a linear simultaneous equation. You know how to solve this? There are many methods of solving. When you solve this equation, these two equations, to find the value of x and y. So, for two unknown variables, two equations are required. Similarly, for three unknown variables, three equations are required. So, if the number of equations increases, then it will be tough to solve. It will be more calculative. Number of calculation increases. So, for solving this problem, method is introduced. So, by applying matrix method, we can find the value of unknown variables easily. So, what is matrix? It's simple ordered array or the arrangement of numbers inside the square bracket, or it can also be represented like this. This is also inside the bracket. If you find numbers written, that will be representing matrix. Okay. Any matrix can be represented as, in the square bracket, Aij m by n, where this I is representing number of row and j is representing number of column. Remember, the value of I will be greater than equal to 1 and less than equal to m. M is the total number of rows, and j, the value of j, which is column, number of column, will be greater than equals to 1 and less than equals to n. Okay? So, m by n will be the order of matrix. That is rows by column. Okay? Now, if you have to equate, say, equality of matrix, so any two matrices, say A and B, can be equal only and only one condition. Number one, the order of the matrix must be same. Then only A and B can be equal. They should be of same order. And when they are equal, we know that A is equal to B. The order of A and B are same. So what we'll do? We can equate the corresponding elements. So every corresponding element must be equal. Are equal to each other. Okay? So we know what are matrices, how can we find the order of matrices, and what is row and what is column. Equality of matrix, when A is equal to B, A is equal to B in only one condition, that the order of A and B will be same and every corresponding element must be equal. Okay, note down this. Some types of matrix. Number one, row matrix. If any matrix has only one row and number of columns, will be called a row matrix. For example, if I take this matrix 2, 3, 4. So this matrix has one row and 3 columns. So the order of the matrix is 1 by 3. It has only one row, so it will be called row matrix. Similarly, it has one column. Any matrix has one column, that will be called column matrix. Zero or null matrix. If any matrix has all the elements 0, that will be called null matrix. So what is the order of this matrix? See, it has 3 rows, 1, 2, 3, and 3 columns, 1, 2, and 3. So the order of the matrix is 3 by 3. Okay? 4 type square matrix. Any matrix have as many rows as columns. So the number of rows and columns when become equal, that matrix will be called a square matrix. And if they are not equal, the matrix will be rectangular matrix. Okay? Diagonal matrix. In any matrix A, if the diagonal elements are not non-zero and rest all the elements are 0, then that matrix will be called diagonal matrix. Okay? So I have represented it as Aij is not equal to 0 when I equals to j, and Aij is equal to 0 when I is not equals to j. I is representing row and j is representing column. So this is what element of the matrix? First row and first column. This is second row and second column. This is third row and third column. That means number of row and number of columns are equal. The places are same. When I is equal to j, Aij is not equals to 0. And when Aij equals 0, I is not equals to j. So this matrix will be called diagonal matrix. Here we can see that this value, this triangle is called the upper triangle, and this triangle will be called lower triangle. So if this upper triangle has non-zero elements and this lower triangle are all zero elements, this will be called upper triangular matrix. If lower triangle matrix has non-zero elements and upper triangle has all the elements zero, that will be called lower triangular element matrix. So from the position of diagonal matrix, if you see that all the elements below diagonal matrix are zero, that will be called upper triangular matrix. Understood, kids? Next is scalar matrix. Scalar matrix, defined as any matrix, will be called scalar matrix if the diagonal elements are same multiplied by same constant. Say here we have taken A matrix as the diagonal elements 3 and rest all the elements 0. So we can explain it as Aij will be called lambda when I equals to j, and Aij will be 0 when I is not equals to j. So this matrix will be called scalar matrix. Next is identity matrix, or you can say unit matrix. In this type of matrix, if the diagonal elements become 1 and rest all the elements 0, so this is called principal diagonal. This principal diagonal elements will be 1. All the elements will be 1. So this is 2 by 2 order matrix. You can also write 3 by 3 order matrix. So Aij will be 0 when I is not equals to j, and Aij will be 1 when I equals to j. So these are few types of matrix that you have already studied in class 10. Please note down. Children, see here, I have taken a matrix in which all the elements below principal diagonal are 0. So this is upper triangular matrix. And if we take a matrix, say 4, 5, 6, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2. Now here you can see this is the principal diagonal and all the elements above the principal diagonal are 0, and below the principal diagonal the elements are non-zero. So when all the elements above the principal diagonal are become 0, so this will be called lower triangular matrix. Now we study about addition and subtraction of matrix. You have studied in class 10 that addition and subtraction of matrix is only possible when the order of matrix is same. If the order is not same, that means the addition and subtraction is not possible. Okay? So when it's possible, its order is same, equal, then addition or subtraction is possible. Now we study about properties of matrix addition. First property is commutative. What is commutative property? 2 plus 3 is equals to 3 plus 2. That means if we change the places, the result will not change. Similarly, it will also work in matrices. If A and B are two matrices, and A plus B, whatever result we'll get that is equals to B plus A. Remember, addition must be possible. That means the order of B and A must be same. Then only this property holds. That means A and B, A plus B exist. Then only B plus A will exist. Next is associativity property. That means if A plus B plus C is equals to A plus B plus C. Okay. Third is, children, existence of identity, additive identity. So that means when we add something to the matrix, we'll get the same matrix. So for any matrix, the additive identity will be a null matrix. That means if we add null matrix to any matrix, we'll get again the same matrix. Okay? Next is multiplication of any scalar term. Suppose any matrix A is given 1, 2, 3, 4 and you multiply minus to it. So the value of minus A will be minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. That means this minus sign will be multiplied in every element of the matrix. Okay, children? Similarly, if we multiply any scalar term, say if A is given 2, 3, 4, 5 and you multiply 5 to A, then this 5 will be multiplied to every element of this matrix. That is then 5 to the 10, 5 to the 15, then 20, then 25. Okay, children, please note down. Children, now this is also a scalar multiplication with matrices. Suppose any scalar term A, when multiplied the sum of A and B matrix, this scalar term can be multiplied with A as well as B. Okay, that will not change the result, that will not affect the sum. Okay, so this left hand side and right hand side will remain same. Similarly, if the sum of a scalar term multiplied to any matrix, this can also be written as AK or LK. Similarly, additive inverse. So what is the additive inverse? Children, what is the additive inverse of 2? What term is added to 2? You will get 0. Minus 2, right? Similarly, what matrix will be added to any matrix A? That will get null matrix. Of course, A minus A, the same matrix with opposite sign. So when A is added to minus A, we'll get the null matrix. So this minus A will be the additive inverse of matrix A. Now children, you have studied this multiplication process in class 10. We are going to revise again that whenever A is multiplied to B, the multiplication is only possible in one condition, that the number of columns of first matrix must be equal to number of rows of second matrix. So you can see here, the number of column is P and here the number of rows is P. So here multiplication is possible and the order of the product matrix will be number of rows of the first matrix by number of columns of the second matrix. So the order of product matrix AB will be M by N. Okay, children. Now you can see here the order, the column and rows are equal. So the order will be, yes, rows of first matrix by column of second matrix. Children, note down please. Children, now we discuss the properties of multiplication of matrix. Okay. So commutative property does not hold in multiplication of matrix because AB generally not equals to BA. Why? Suppose the matrix A is of order 2 by 3 and the matrix B is of order 3 by 2. So if you can see that the number of columns of matrix A is 3, here the number of rows is 3, so they are equal. That means multiplication is possible. So the order of the product matrix AB will be 2 by 2. So the order of matrix will be 2 by 2. Now if you multiply B into A, so the order of matrix B is 3 by 2 and the order of matrix A is 2 by 3. So here you can see that the number of columns in matrix B is 2 and the number of rows in matrix A is 2. That means multiplication is possible. So the product matrix, the order of product matrix BA will be 3 by 3. So you can see here the AB matrix is 2 by 2 order and BA matrix is 3 by 3 order. That is why AB generally not equals to BA. Okay. Next property is associative law. That means the multiplication of AB matrix into C is equals to A into B into C. Right? This, children, only possible whenever both the sides equality is defined. That means AB is possible, BC is possible, and the product of these two matrices also defined. That means we can say that whenever both sides equality is defined. Okay. Similarly, for distributive law, A into B plus C, it can be written as AB plus AC whenever B plus C exists and the product exists. Wherever AB is defined and AC is also defined, then only we can say that these matrices will hold distributive law. Okay. Next is multiplicative identity. What is multiplicative identity, children? What is the multiplicative identity of 2? So which number should be multiplied by 2, that will get 1 by 2, right? Similarly, what matrix will be multiplied with matrix A, so that again we get the same matrix back. So that means the multiplicative identity of any matrix is the identity matrix. You multiply identity matrix to any matrix, you will get the same matrix. Note down, children. Okay, children, let's do few sums based on the theory with the concept that we have discussed. This sum is based upon the equality of matrix. These two matrices are equal. Question is, you have to find the value of x minus y. Now you can see that whenever the two matrices are equal, every corresponding elements must be equal. So that means 3y equals to minus 3 you equate. So what is the value of y will get? Minus 1. And when you equate this term, 4x equals to 8. What is the value of x that will get? 2. So we need to calculate the value of x minus y. The value of x minus y will be 2 minus of minus 1, that will be 3. Children, note down. In this sum, we need to calculate the value of matrix x when y equals to 3, 2, 1, 4 and 2x plus y equals to this matrix 1, 0, minus 3, 2. So when we substitute this value of y in this equation, what we'll get? 2x plus 3, 2, 1, 4 is equals to 1, 0, minus 3, 2. Transfer this matrix that side, you will get 2x is equals to when you subtract these two matrices, what we'll get? 1 minus 3, minus 2, 0 minus of minus 2, you'll get minus 2, minus 3, minus 1, minus 4 and 2 minus 4, minus 2. Right? So divide to both sides. That means you'll get 1 by 2 here. Minus 2, minus 2, minus 4 and minus 2. Whenever you multiply 1 by 2 to this matrix, that means this 1 by 2 will be multiplied in every element of the matrix. So when 1 by 2 is multiplied in minus 2, you will get minus 1. Here again you will get minus 1, minus 2 and minus 1. Okay, children. All these sums are of class 10 syllabus. Please note down. Okay children, let's see one sum on multiplication of matrix. Here you have to find the value of matrix X such that this matrix into X is equals to the product matrix is 1 minus 2, 1, 3. Now you can see that what is the order of this matrix? 2 by 2 order, and the order of this matrix will be also 2 by 2. So you can see here the number of columns in the first matrix is 2. That means the number of rows of matrix X will be 2, and the number of columns of the product matrix is 2. That will be of 2. That means the order of X, we can say that will be 2 by 2 matrix. So what we'll do, we'll assume that let X as A, B, C, D matrix. When you put this value here in your condition, in your sum given, what you'll get? 5, 4, 1, 1 into A, B, C, D, that is equals to 1, 1 minus 2, 3. Okay. Now, when you do the multiplication, you know children how to multiply row by column. So when first row is to multiply first column, 5 into A, what will get? 5A, right? 4 into C plus 4C. Similarly, first row, second column, what will get? 5B plus 4D. Then here we'll get A plus C. Then here we'll get B plus D. You can say that all these terms, this matrix will become equal to the product matrix, which is given as 1 minus 2, 1 and 3. Now when we equate the corresponding elements, as we have studied in quality of matrix, what conditions will get? We'll get equations 5A plus 4C equals to 1 and A plus C equals to 1. So if you multiply 5 here, what will you get? 5A plus 5C equals to 5. Subtract these two equations. 5A and 5A cancel. You will get minus C equals to minus 4. So the value of C will be 4. Similarly, here you will get the condition 5B plus 4D is equals to minus 2 and B plus D equals to 3. So multiply 5 here again. What will get? 5B plus 5D equals to 15. When you subtract these two equations, what will get? This 5B and 5B cancel. Minus D equals to minus 17. So the value of D will be 17. Okay children, you can see that when C is 4, A plus 4 equals to 1. So the value of A you will get A plus C equals to 1. And when C is 4, the value of A will be minus 3. The value of A will be minus 3. The value of D is 17 and B plus D you know 3. When you put D equals to 17 in this equation, what you will get? B plus 17 equals to 3. So the value of B will be minus 14. So the matrix X will be A minus 3, B minus 14, C 4 and D 17. Understood children? Note down please.